guys, what's up and how you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your favorite girl Adetilda in the house, guys. If this is your first time of seeing this beautiful face on YouTube, I want to officially welcome you to my channel. So guys, today's video I'm going to be talking about the pros and cons of having strict parents or of growing up with strict parents. Now, if you are an African child like me, or you live in a Nigerian household, you will know that 90% of our parents are what we can call strict. Okay, they are very strict in African homes. That's why in this video I'm going to be talking about the good side and the bad side of growing up with strict parents. The Bible says, train up a child in the way of the Lord, and when he's old, he will not depart from it. Okay, guys? The Bible also says, spare the rod and spoil the child. And if you're an African child, you know that that is the way of an African parent. I'm going to say there are actually some downsides to being a really strict parent or to having a really strict parent. And there are also some really good sides to also having strict. And the truth is, for a fact, not all of us turned out badly, because there's this notion that when a parent is very, or to an extent, strict with a child, when the person goes out, the person behaves very badly. But at the end of the day, how you behave as a child or how you decide to turn out as a child depends totally on you. Although your parents have like parts to play, but at the end of the day, it's all on you. Okay, so the pros and cons of having strict parents, and take it from a child that grew up in a very strict home. Okay, so now we're going to start from the cons. That's like the negative effect of having strict parents. Now, for number one, a lot of us tend to struggle with indecision. Yes, let me explain to you guys. Now, if you grew up having to always ask for permission before you do things, not having to really think for yourself before you like take basic steps, you have to always ask and say, oh, what do you think I should do? What should I do? And a lot of times you don't even ask, what do you think? They tell you what to do. They tell you this is how you do it. Like, it's not your choice, okay? It's not your choice. So at the end of the day, like, a lot of us grow up not being able to decide a lot of times. Before we want to make a decision, we always have to like call somebody. Somehow we grew up having to depend on people to make decisions for us. Parents should be able to like give a balance to these things. Sometimes it's okay for you to leave your child to make decisions for themselves, because at the end of the day, it's all up to them. Because one day we become adults, okay, and what happens when that happens? You get. For number two, guys, the fear of failure. Oh my god, like, if you have really strict parents, one of the biggest fears that you're going to have is the fear of failure. I feel like they do not teach us that failure is part of life, even though they know that themselves. Like, they don't teach you enough to know that in life you're probably going to fail, and when that happens, it's not the end of the world. But no, in African homes, come and fail and see now. In African homes, every parent came out first position in class. I feel like they don't just teach us that failure is part of life. Guys, stop expecting so much from your children. Like, everybody is trying to learn, everybody is trying to grow. Yes, you should have some expectations. But now growing up, I've learned that it's okay to fail at some things, and it doesn't mean that failing at something doesn't mean I'm a failure. It just means I have to try better. I have to do better at it. And you know the funny thing, it's not like they won't love you when you fail, but because of how much pressure they've put in you, somehow your head is thinking, oh, if I do not do well, something is going to happen. So you have to just create that soft cushion and that soft balance for children to know that even when you fail, I got you. For number three, guys, false perfection. The need to always be perfect. Somehow, if you grow up with strict parents, you will always feel the need to be perfect, because you want them to see you as that perfect child, as that child that cannot make any mistake. Like, you always have to act like everything is fine with you, all is well. Like, you have a lot of children with strict parents. When they ask them, how are you? The only answer they ever give is, I am fine. Even if something is happening to them in school, what they'll tell you is, I'm fine. Even if they are very sad and they're not happy, all they'll tell you is I am fine, because they feel like it may not be true. You get, but like what African parents give is this sense of, oh, you have to be perfect, you have to be the good child, you have to be the sweet child, you have to be the really nice child. It makes you have that need to just please everybody. You struggle to just be that perfect person. Is always there. A lot of us grow up timid. Thank God I did not. A lot of us grow up timid. We're not able to speak our own mind. We're not able to say things the way we see it, because somehow we have been trained to follow what people are saying without having opinions for our own selves. So that need to always be perfect. Guy, like sometimes your child will be going through heartbreak, but you wouldn't even know. You still tell them to go wash plate. So somehow that sense of always having to be perfect, always having to act like everything is all right, it mustn't even be about relationships. Sometimes things just happen in life and you just feel like not everything is going as planned, and you really need somebody that you can cry on and, you know, talk to. And a lot of African parents don't give you that space to feel free enough to express yourself. So for number 4, guys, this can go like either way. It molds your character. For example, I'm talking about myself personally now, because I've always had parents that preferred me staying inside. I really have issues going out. Like most of the times I prefer to stay inside. I might be like, I'm the kind of person that I want you to invite me even if I know I will not want to go. Like, do you understand? Like, I don't really feel like going out most of the time, but I still want to be invited out. But somehow, because I've been trained to always be inside, to not always go out, I just get used to always actually being inside. For some of us, it molds who we are. It molds some aspects of our lives to be a certain way. And so the need to always go outside and do some certain things, to go out, know places, meet people, is not always there. And you see these parents, you get to a certain age, they'll be asking you, are you not going to marry? So now we're going to talking about the pros of having strict parents. But number 1, it teaches discipline. Having strict parents has taught me to be a disciplined child. There are some things you will never catch me doing, because I was able to learn it from my parents. I knew their expectations of me. I knew the house I am coming from. I know the daughter of whom I am. It just made me very disciplined. I know where I can be. I know where I'm not going. I know the things I want to do in my life. I know what I'm not going to do, because I know the daughter of whom I am. For number 2, you make lesser mistakes. Now, lesser mistakes in the sense that you're already used to wanting to be a perfect child. So whenever you want to do something, you think very well before you do it, because you do not want to make a mistake. Do you understand? You're very cautious of your actions. You're very cautious of everything you do, because you are striving for perfection to start with. So in other words, you're always striving to be better. You're always striving to be good, because that is what is expected of you. So therefore, lesser mistakes. Number 3, guys, somehow the older you get, you just understand why some of our parents were like this. Guy, this world is a wicked world. When you become a parent, you would want to protect your child. Do you understand? That's one thing that comes with loving somebody. When you love somebody, you want to protect that person. And somehow people do it too much, but regardless, you know where they're coming from. Because when you now have your own child, you know why you don't want that child to be out till 10 at night. You know why you don't want that child to have too many friends. You know why you prefer to be seeing your child in the house. At least I'm seeing you, than when you're outside and anything can happen to you. But like, the more we get older, the more we understand why certain things happen. Growing up, I just made me realize that most of what my parents did was because they love me and they tried, or they are trying to, protect me from whatever is outside. The reason why I feel like having strict parents really help is the God factor. Many of us, or most of us, got to know God through our parents. It's more difficult when you have to do things on your own. But when someone on a platter of gold just presents God to you and shows you the love of God, shows you who God is, the meaning of Christianity, like just teaches you, like makes a path, there's easy for you, easier life, everything easier for you. Like, it's a very, very beautiful thing. A lot of us got to know God through our parents. A lot of us got to know God having a beautiful family. We got to see that, oh, this is the kind of family God wants for me. It made it easy for me to love God, because I saw the love of God in my family. I saw the love of God between my parents. I saw the love of God for themselves. I saw it in everything around me. So it was easy for me to know that I want to love God. It was easy for me to follow God in that aspect. For the final one, it teaches you to be family oriented. I'm surrounded by people that love each other. I'm surrounded by people that respect each other. I'm surrounded by people that can do anything for each other. I feel like we are in a generation where you have to know your child, know that everybody is different, and also as you're trying to be a little bit strict, because you can't just be free-handed. As you're trying to be a little bit strict, you should allow your children to understand that some things are okay. It's okay to fail sometimes, it's okay for life to happen to you and you feel bad. But at the end of the day, I love my family so much, I love my parents so much, and I feel like I couldn't have asked for a better one. I love the fact that they were the way they were, even though there were times where I'll be like, oh my God. Daddy, sorry if you're watching it over. Basically, all I'm saying is,
it's the fact that you're still apologizing.
you see, I'm still apologizing while making this video, because my dad is probably watching this video right now and like, Cammy. I don't think I would have had it any other way, really. Maybe a little bit of changes here and there, but I really, really love them. I appreciate them. I feel like they've molded my character in a lot of ways, which is supposed to be so. At the end of the day, picking one badge, go bad. However you decide to end up, it depends on you, because there are some of us that say ended up right. At the end of the day, now you get yourself. There's only so much that your parents can do for you. So guys, that'll be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Do not forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. Do not forget to share this video. Please kindly share this video. I beg, share it. Do not forget to leave a comment down in the comment section. Tell me what you think about the video. If you have any video idea you want me to make or something, just let me know. Let's do this together. See your favorite girl, Adetilda. I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye.